How to develop capacity to take right decisions? Right decisions spring from the right life. We focus so much on the art of decision making. Even management institutes teach that, right? Somebody is teaching mathematical modeling for decision making. Somebody is teaching strategic decision making. What they don't tell is the most fundamental thing, that the quality of your life is the quality of all your decisions. An ambitious life is going to make ambitious decisions. A scared life is going to make scared decisions. If you want to make the right decision, live a right life. The right decision will automatically come from there. Then you don't even have to worry about a particular decision. All your decisions will be right. Also remember that you regret only a few decisions. You say, I took 10 decisions, out of which 2 went wrong, and you regret them, right? You don't regret everything. But I am guaranteeing you that if decisions are going wrong, then it is not 2 decisions that go wrong, it is all 10 that go wrong. It is just that you caught 2 decisions as being wrong. It is just that those 2 decisions made their effects so visible and apparent that you could say that these have gone wrong. The other 8 too are wrong, just that right now you are incapable to see how wrong your other 8 decisions are. From the wrong life, everything that emerges is wrong. Even the simplest decision will be wrong. You will not even know which seat to take in an auditorium. You will not know when to drink water. You will not know which clothes to wear. Even the most trivial decisions will be wrong. You will not know what kind of hair to keep. You will not know how to address your servant. No decision will be right from a wrong mind. It's a great punishment, is it not? To have the right decision, live rightly. Be aware at every point. Live in remembrance. Be close to the world, but don't indulge in it. Live in the truth. When you are living in the truth, then all your decisions in the world are right. How does anyone know his technical domain of interest and proceed into researching towards it? But how do you know anything? How do you know anything? Right now, how do you choose anything? How did you choose that watch on your hand?
So it looked good, so I chose it.
How did you choose this denim that you are wearing?
So the same reason.
Looks good. Looks good. And it is comfortable on your wrist.
Yes, sir, somewhat comfortable.
This one too seems comfortable. So what is the problem with choosing a technical domain? If it looks good, choose it. Visit the university, and if it looks good, take it. Or is there a fundamental difference? If we are comfortable with choosing in this way, then why not make another choice this way? So many people here are of a marriageable age. How will you choose your spouses? Looks good. Yeah? Looks good. What's the problem with choosing like this? It's okay. If you are all right, Ayush, with choosing everything that looks good, sounds good, is situationally driven, like your presence over here. You know how.
In case of these outfits, I had already tried a couple of them earlier, so I had some idea that okay, that would be the same feel which I would be getting after
Right.
wearing them also.
Right.
But in case of this, I've not already tried all of the domains, so
Right.
I cannot say it
Right.
get along the same way.
Right. Had you ever worn this wristwatch earlier
But sir, it was I was
of
very
the same kind?
Yeah.
Of the same kind. So there is hardly any difference between a new university and the college that you are in right now. The difference is only in degree, not in dimension. A university offers 100 courses, a college offers 8 courses. A university might be 200 acres, a college is 20 acres. The difference is only in degree. So a kid wears a kiddish wristwatch, grown-ups wear a Rado wristwatch. A wristwatch is a wristwatch. Fundamentally, it's a machine dealing with time. So just as you have been making all your choices till now, also choose your technical domain of interest, or be sharp about the real problem that you are facing. If Ayush is intelligent enough, capable enough and smart enough to choose a wristwatch, then he should also be intelligent and capable enough to choose the field of higher studies. Why is Ayush hesitating here? You make 1,000 decisions every day, don't you? And you don't come and complain that, sir, I do not know what decision to make. You make those decisions and you live with them. Now here another decision is to be made. What makes you confused?
Sir, the unsureties regarding how well I would be able to do in that particular field.
What do you mean by doing well?
Sir, feeling comfortable with every aspect of it,
What exactly does that mean?
liking it.
Try it. Just as you tried your clothes in the change room, try it, ask others, and sometimes you don't even try. You might not feel particularly comfortable in jeans, but if everybody else is wearing jeans, it's a fashion, you are okay with it. It might be a little uncomfortable here and there, and we all know that a jeans is not the most comfortable piece of clothing. Yet you keep wearing jeans because everybody else is wearing it. So similarly, ask people how they feel in that university, ask people who are already in that field, and if they say yes, we are feeling good, you too can do that. That's how we have been taking all our decisions. Do you really know about this ring that you are wearing in your finger?
No, sir.
But you are wearing it. So wear a degree also. Either admit that you do not know anything, that all your decisions are simply absurd, or say that just as I have been making all my other decisions, I will make this one as well. If you are sure of all the other decisions that you make in life, why are you unsure about this one? Let me tell you the fact. The fact is, you don't know a thing. You don't know why you are wearing this ring. You do not know anything about this wristwatch. You know nothing about your jeans. You know nothing about your college. You know nothing why you have chosen a few friends. You do not really know why you are here right now. You do not know anything. You do not know why you are attracted towards something. You do not know why you are repulsed towards something. You do not know anything. That is not so bad. What is worse is that you think that without knowing anything you can make one isolated right decision. That is supremely ignorant and arrogant of you. With everything falling to pieces, with everything going wrong, you hope to take one right decision. How is it possible? With a machine that produces only defective goods because it is fundamentally wrongly configured, you hope to produce one batch of beautiful goods. Is it possible? Is it possible? Is it possible to take one right decision with this mind that is a fundamentally defective manufacturing unit? If a machine that manufactures is defective, how many defective pieces will it produce? But our friend thinks that one right piece can be produced. How, Ayush? How will that happen? You want to pursue technology. Technology is related to science. Science does not want to deal with falsehood. At least that's what it claims. First of all, confront the truth. And the truth is that right decisions can be made only with the right mind. Right now, whether you are listening to me or not is also a decision that you have made. Will you make the right decision? I do not know. You say you want to gain entrance in some university. There must be some kind of entrance criteria or a test. You will have to read, study, prepare. Is your mind into it? Will the mind make the decision to read, study and prepare? Has the mind made such decisions in the past? If I am, what do you ride? A bike, a car? What do you ride? Both. You have a car. It has a flat tire. You want to go 500 kilometers. What do? You keep going, you rush ahead, or do you stop? You stop and you change the tire. With this kind of a tire, where would you go? Where would you reach? But you say, no, changing tire is a waste of time. How can I invest my Sundays in this? I am in a hurry. I have to reach 500 kilometers. I cannot stop to service the machine. I cannot stop to change the tire. I cannot stop to look at the health of my car. I have to reach. I am in a hurry to reach. How did the tire get flat? Because you were in a hurry. What will ensure that you do not change the flat tire? Your hurry. The same thing that corrupts the mind is also the thing that prevents the mind from cleaning up the corruption. Understand this. Today, if your decisions are all misplaced, it is because of the mind. And if the mind does not want to correct itself, it is making another bad decision in a series of 1,000 bad decisions. 1,000 bad decisions you have already made, and you want to make the next one as well, which is to not to correct the mind which made those decisions. And obviously, the mind will make no decision other than this decision, because it is accustomed to making only wrong decisions. This is a very simple question. It is a very, very simple question. The fish knows in which direction to swim, or does it not? You too will know, Ayush, what to study, what is your technical field, but only when you live in water as simply as the fish lives. The fish knows in which direction to swim. Have you ever seen a confused fish? Have you ever seen career counseling centers? And the fish are going all queued up, and one fish is asking, what will happen to us after we are dead?
Should I choose to be a shark or a whale?
One is wanting to become a shark. Obviously, a shark of the Atlantic Ocean, not of the Indian Ocean. Desi sharks. Who wants them? Must be a fair colored shark. Ivy League shark. The fish knows. The wind knows. The seasons know. Everything knows. Why don't you know? Why are you so confused? The stars know. Look around you. Everything knows, is perfectly sure and certain, and you don't even know what to eat. Had it been in your control, you would have allowed yourself to be confused whether to breathe or not. That is why this power has not been given to you. Seriously, that is why breathing happens on its own, otherwise you will get confused. The heart pumps on its own, otherwise you would be doing things with the heart. I have an Ivy League heart, it must beat faster. Thankfully, you have no say in that. You will know. The answer will come to you very, very smoothly. And the answer will come to you without your effort. You will simply know. And you will know in moments when you don't even plan to know. Generally, talking to somebody, something will become clear. Generally, reading the newspaper, something will become clear. Sometimes even without deciding, the decision will come to you. But for that, as I said, you have to live as a fish lives in the sea, smoothly, without resistance, in genuine, natural freedom and wisdom. Decisions become simple. There is hardly anything left to decide. You are not wondering, pondering, setting up a committee, and the committee is taking 6 years to submit its report. What to do? Chewing your nails. What to do? Have you seen people trying to decide whom to marry? How confused. What will happen? And then she will ask, sir, when did soul come into their kid's body? It never came. Soulless marriage, soulless child. whatever happens out of your deliberate decision, out of your thinking, can have no soul really. And here when I say soul, I mean the truth, essence, reality, juice. I am assuring this to you. Whenever you will decide upon something, it will not have the same quality as is there in spontaneous action. Never. But to act spontaneously, you will have to feel a little free. You will have to allow yourself to relax. You will have to say to yourself that things are all right, I can chill out. Decision making is not at all a complicated science or an art. Sir, I do not know what to do. How do you not know what to do? Explain that first. It is not a question about what to do. The bigger question is, how do you not know what to do? How did you manage this? It's a miracle. The fellow does not know what to do. How? How?